Peppermint. There was already garlic. That was made by the Egyptian. But we know that by the Egyptian history, that those people were a little bit confused because they were a product also of hybridization and cross-pollination. Uneven yoke. History shows that the Egyptians were a crossbred of African, Persian, and Greek. That confuses things a little bit. You see, when things are complete, their molecular structure is complete, and they function in accordance with life. But when you interfere and bring three different vibrations together, that in itself shows us there is confusion. So Mr. Hippocrates obeyed the laws of life and the dictates of God. He cured every disease. Now the question should be asked. If I'm a physician that went through the discipline and took the Hippocratic oath, well, if I took the Hippocratic oath, I am supposed to follow the precepts of Hippocrates. But why are we using chemicals today? Oh, that went by, and understandably so. All these violations in reference to healing and nutrition is occurring now. We're not eating electric food. We are eating things that were made by man in a laboratory. Since Mr. Hippocrates showed the world that the herbs really work, that particular modality or philosophy perspective continued until the year of 1729 by Mr. Claudio Galeno. He is considered to be the last of the natural scientists, and that is a fact. Since this man, Galeno, the Italian, what we find ourselves now using are chemicals that are inorganic and carcinogenic. So, ladies and gentlemen, what went wrong? What could have happened that caused us to disconnect? Why have we continued to practice such inconsistencies? Well, there is something that we just found out in the last 15 or 20 years. There is a substance that has been fed to our people in and out of Africa and probably around the world, because a seed in Asia, not only in Africa, a seed in South America. I saw it in Brazil, I saw it in Suriname, I saw it in Guyana, I saw it all through Central America. What we are talking about is cyanide. Cyanide have a tendency to interfere with brain waves, vibration, or hormonal message. Cyanide interfere with the hypothalamus. Cyanide interfere with the pituitary gland. Cyanide interfere with the central nerve system. Something had to interfere, because we are continuing to violate that ecclesiastical mandate. The herbs are for the healing of the nations. And those of us that may have read that particular chapter in the Bible or those chapters, we think that what we see today around us in the gardens and the fields, that these things, since they are herbs, well, God made them. They must be good. So I'm going to use aloe vera to cleanse your intestines. I'm going to use comfrey to strengthen your bones. But ladies and gentlemen, little did we know that comfrey was made just like aloe vera was made. They tell us that comfrey has calcium. It is called knit bone, consound, has many names. But they never tell us that comfrey is responsible for severe anemia. Yes, it may work sufficiently, probably in one part of the body and affecting a whole lot others, like garlic. Garlic is a substance that would definitely lower your pressure because it would eat up the cholesterol in the arteries. But did it tell us that garlic, not only does it remove the plaque or the cholesterol, it eats the membrane because garlic is unstable. It is another product that was made by man through the process of hybridization and cross-pollination. Garlic is a poison. Garlic has an oxide known as the oxide of allyl. This is why when you put garlic on a knife and you cut someone, the wound would never heal. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are bringing forth the questions. We are asking the questions that were not asked, probably because of fear or whatever reason. But it is time. Disease is running rampant. And at the Usha Research Institute, we feel that if we have accomplished all of these things, such as the cure for AIDS, sickle cell blindness, and others, then naturally, we expect for the rest of the healers to converge on this particular modality or research. And it's not forthcoming, so humanity will suffer a little bit longer. So we want now for you to understand that we are separating that which is hybrid from that which is natural. And thank you very much, and we will come to the next segment. Now we'll enter this other zone, a zone that was of most importance. Yet our historian, our anthropologists, our archaeologists, our geneticists fail to bring forth and analyze and recognize, not to mention our ecclesiasticians. I could talk about my brother. My brother was a preacher for 30 years. He ate everything that God didn't make. And when he got sick,